Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's your favorite Grateful Dead guitar teacher, hopefully, Grateful Mike. Just want to say thank you to everybody for your comments and just reaching out and all the people that have decided to join my guitar club. It's so great. I'm loving it. I have three different tiers, so you can, you know, check it out. You can have an appetizer, you can have the main course. If you're interested, just check out the link in the description. And if that link doesn't work while I'm live, sometimes it doesn't even activate till after the video is done. So it is what it is. Maybe you can just copy and paste it. But yeah, would love to hear from you there. I'm live in my various clubs all the time. So I want to talk about what I titled this. Basically, it's like why are the Grateful Dead? Why the Grateful Dead? Why is the Grateful Dead the perfect vehicle for learning guitar? Is it just because I'm a deadhead and I happen to be like a professional guitar teacher? I'm in my 27th year of teaching full-time guitar, thousands of students over the years, and all deadheads in the last 6 years, 100%. So, but why did I go there? Like, is it just because I love the music? And no, I mean, I love the Beatles. I'm a huge Bob Marley fan. I've played in many reggae bands. I played in Jamaica a couple times. I'm all about music. The blues. I've met BB King. I've It's the greatest. But there's something about the Grateful Dead that like was a magnet to me when it came to guitar lessons. Like it all makes sense. And I'm not just talking about, well, Bobby's, a rhythm player and does all the different things up and down the neck. That's part of it, and Jerry's a lead player and plays the most beautiful melodies. That's part of it too. But even stepping further back, like if you wanted to, most of the people I teach, all right, most of the deadheads I teach are people that have already been trying to play guitar. And so that's why they've ended up on my YouTube channel. They're like, oh, I want to learn how to play, Sugaree. I want to learn how to play, Althea. Um, but over these last 6 years since the pandemic of me running this online business, really, and this connection with the world and guitar lessons through the Grateful Dead, I've learned that the simple chords, the simple melody making, simplifying scales, all of it makes so much sense with the Grateful Dead. Um, yeah, there are guitar teachers out there that are so awesome. They know so much more than me. They're jazz, they can read, they went to these music schools and colleges and all. They know so much more about extended theories and things like that. And that's great because I'm not the kind of guitar teacher that is for a jazz student. I'm just not, or classical. You don't want to study with me. But the people that are learning, non-traditionally, just trying to get by, going onto YouTube, having a lot of different teachers, I get all that. Like a lot of you guys are struggling, and you end up reaching out to me. You're like, I love the Grateful Dead, and I immediately go, well, I would like to at least let you know that for me, it worked so well to learn Dead songs and learn how to improvise and learn how to, find all these chords without stressing. You know, for example, I teach a thing where I tell all my students we're on a ladder, and even if you're pretty decent at guitar and you've been playing for 20, 30 years, it's smart to go back to the first step and just see what's going on. So what's in the first step? It's like, well, do you know your chords? Campfire, open chords, cowboy chords. That's great. Um, that's where you start. That's where I started, and I'll give you, the 9 or 10 cowboy chords I think you should learn. But then comes like the first, like I'll call it the second step on the ladder. It's, do you know the 24 chords in music? Do you know that there are 12 major chords and 12 minor chords? Okay, so as soon as you try to you're listening to Brown Eyed Women in your car and you go, oh, I'd like to learn how to play that song, and you go on YouTube and you look it up. First chord of the song is C sharp minor. Boom, 80% of you are out. Right? Or whatever percentage it is. It's like, I don't really know how to do that. I wish it was just C. Well, with me, it's I get in your head and I'm like, no, you want to believe in these 24 chords. You want to believe in them. So the Grateful Dead gives you, some songs that can just be a few cowboy chords. Everything's going good. Like let's say you're looking up U.S. blues, and you're on the A, and you're like red and white, and you're singing it. Blue suede shoes. Like I love the song. I'm Uncle Sam. How do you do? And you're reading across the whenever you looked up online, and there's a D. I'm on the D. Staying on the D. Everything's going well so far. No bar chords. I'm loving this. And then E chord. B, E, 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 B. Uh-oh. B bar. I don't know how to play a B. I don't know how to play a B. That's not, oh, this song sucks. Or no, I'm not, well, learning this song sucks. It all starts to become glass is now half empty. You thought you were doing well. Then you hit the wall. B. Well, sometimes, some people, they learn a B7 chord, which I love, the B7 open chord, and they'll substitute that whenever B major comes in. But what happens when a B minor comes in? You look up Althea. And you're like, oh, I love Althea. What's that first chord? B minor. If your brain says, ooh, I really wish it was an A minor, you're already not getting it. You want it to be a B minor. You want it to be a C sharp minor. You want it to be an F sharp. You want to know what an E flat is. And it's not that hard. It's really not that hard. For other instruments, it's a lot harder, okay? We are very fortunate to have a movable system on the fretboard that once you learn one chord shape as a major or a minor, you can move it. So all you have to do is learn the names of these root notes, these bass notes on the sixth string and the fifth string. And you start learning. So, that Brown Eyed Women example, it's like, oh, I looked it up. It's C sharp minor to E to B to A. Well, after you work on bar chords just for a little bit, putting your hand on and off, learning how they're called, you got the C sharp minor, gone all the days when the odds, well, there's the E, there's the B, and there's the A, And then Jerry's like, oh, I love those sounds, a little bass line. Here's the C sharp, then the chord, then the E chord. And Jerry's like, walks to the B, then the A. All that feel stuff, that's what happens later because your head's in the game, you know what's happening. So the Grateful Dead, yes, of course you can learn Beatles songs, you can learn Tom Petty songs and Paul Simon songs, and look at these Bob Dylan especially, and learn all these different chord progressions. Why is the Dead different? Well, the Dead offers you the ability to, I would assume that if you're a Deadhead and you're watching me right now, whether you're live, there's a bunch of you guys are live. Hey, say hi on the, oh, somebody did. Hey, Coaster Cook. Hey, what's up? Somebody's already chatted with me. Didn't even see that. Sorry, now I see it. If you're a Deadhead, okay, you know that, wouldn't it be great if part of the plan of learning guitar was not to be set, like I'm trying to learn this song this way. Oh, I looked up, Sweet Home Alabama, and every video online has me going, what about just the chords? Sweet Home Alabama. You go to that campfire jam, if you know how to play 3 chords like that and you're pretty good at switching them, you can play. You don't need the riff. But that's the way it's set in everybody's, on YouTube especially. It's like, oh, you want to learn a song, here's the way it is. And there's some great teachers on there, a lot of great teachers. And they're like, and they show you exactly how to do it. It's awesome. I've learned from them. If I have like a hired for a wedding ceremony and they're going to walk down the aisle to some, Paul Simon, really difficult acoustic song, I'm going to go look it up and try to get a vibe of how it is because they are hiring me to copy that song. But if I want to learn how to be a guitar player, and I use a lot of Dead tunes, all of a sudden I get to improvise. I get to make the song my own. It doesn't have to be the right speed that's on the album or the right finger picking, the right strum patterns are down, down, up, up, down. I never, ever tell my students to work on a specific strum pattern for any song, ever, right? And also, I don't put tabs across the screen because I don't want you like reading stuff. I want you to listen. I want you to have a foundation of where it comes from so then you understand. All right. So with the Grateful Dead, it's like I can improvise it. It doesn't have to be exactly right. So if I'm playing, if I'm playing like Ripple and you spend so much time trying to go, and why don't you get that hour back of your life and start working on the chords first? And then maybe later you kind of, interpret it. You're like, doesn't even matter. That didn't sound anything like Ripple, but you just went, or you might go. fingers around the chords, but you're not stressing over the exact ripple line. Jerry would be like, stop it, man. Just play the song. Just play the song. When it comes to lead guitar, start getting that Jerry world, you start to learn like in a non-traditional way. Like, if you're learning how to play guitar through the Grateful Dead, you start to learn that the simple pentatonics are the answer. It's the answer. I mean, it's the answer to all lead guitar, or not all, but like most, simplified lead guitar stuff, not including jazz and classical and all that, or heavy metal, but like, just a laid back jam, over a country tune, folk tune, reggae tune, jam bands, it should all be built around the pentatonic, the simple pentatonic scale. I call it the blues scale. I teach it to my students as the blues scale and the country scale, the minor and the major. Remember those 24 chords? There's 12 majors and 12 minors. That means there's 24 possible keys that a song is in. And most songs don't change key. I just did a lesson in my I have a VIP club. I was just did a lesson with the VIP club yesterday. Yes, yesterday was Thursday. We do Jerry Day every Thursday, and we were talking about music. And like at the end of the lesson, we had our deep dive Q&A session with everybody that's on the group Zoom. There were questions come up about key changes and stuff. We were talking about key changes, and I kept saying like, well, this is very rare, and I cited a couple of examples. So 99% of the time, you go to play a song with somebody, you're not dealing with a key change. So that means the whole thing is in one key, and so you can improvise in that pentatonic scale. Well, Mike, I always sounds like a scale when I'm playing it. I can help you with that. That's another thing about, like, if you know how to get into the right room, now it's time to learn once you're in there. You learn how to listen, learn how to find like the simple root notes, try to sound like a horn player. I have some really good techniques with that. At the end of the day, when you jump on these YouTube videos of mine, you're trying to learn little things. I have the 60-second lessons. I have some songs on here, some old songs, things I did many years ago. Whether you ever decide to study with me or not, I like helping people, and I hope I'm helping you. And my biggest message is to take it slow when you're learning how to play this amazing instrument. Take your time, okay? Absorb things. I always say to my students, like, if Willie Nelson or Bob Dylan was sitting in front of you playing guitar, you'd be very impressed with their music, the whole package. You wouldn't be like, well, it was only 2 chords, And if that's the way you are, my suggestion is like, get out of the gutter, man. Stop with the like, oh, that song's easy. It's only 2 chords. Please, if you're a deadhead, you can play 1 chord for 10 minutes and make it magical. Okay. That's what learning the whole guitar neck's all about, in a simplified way. But anyway, if you've ever studied with me, thank you. I mean, if I've learned anything from me, excuse me, thank you. If you ever want to study with me, you can. The link is in the description to join my club. I have 3 different tiers: a free tier, an appetizer, and a main course, the VIP. Happy to talk with you about any of that. But just, the link I have there takes you to one of them, and you can just see what's happening. Okay. It's very simple. I'm going to finish with this. Not only is my biggest message about, take your time, and you try to learn guitar. It's slow and steady, wins the race. And one of my students, quoting him, saying, all you need is the basics to be successful. And he's totally right, and enjoy what you're doing. Stop being like, I suck at guitar. It's okay. Who are you trying to be? Right? Are you trying to grow old and like never reach that goal? I always wanted to be this great guitar. Come on, maybe you playing a couple of chords, playing a little Cold Rain and Snow, 2 chords. Start learning how to play Cold Rain and Snow up and down the neck. I get into different types of chord shapes. Like, you got a D shape here. You can move it up to here. That's an E. Here's a D. You move to E. Here's a D. Move it to E. So if I'm going, you guys know Cold Rain and Snow. So if I keep jamming those 2 chords, I want to play the whole neck now. E, D, E, D, E, D, E. You can like add in your Jerry stuff, like little double stops. Jerry wouldn't overplay like that, but just like double stops of it. And again, it's not about what Jerry would do. Although sometimes when I'm playing music with other people, like acoustic duos, and there's some song that I don't know anyway at all, and I'm trying to figure out the whole groove, I sometimes channel like, what would Jerry do? And it makes it more fun for me to play. But overall, like that was the final message I wanted to say was not only take your time, but be you. I said it earlier. Become like excited about learning guitar, man. You know, it's not that hard. You know, oh, I've heard about this Jerry scale. It's called like Mixolydian or something like that. That's going to take me like years to understand that. I don't want to go down there. I'm just kind of lazy. No, I could have you understanding the Jerry scale in any key in a week, couple weeks, maybe. I mean, and then it's all smooth sailing after that. Like really it is. You just get, oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. That's so cool. So you got to get the demons out of your head. Like, I suck at guitar. Man, I got people in my club like well into their 70s, and they're loving this. They're not like, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. They're loving it. Absolutely loving it. And how do I know? Because they all tell me. And why do I know that learning the Grateful Dead learning guitar with the Grateful Dead works? Because I can't stop being excited about teaching it. It's not just that I love the Dead. It's just like there's so many lessons inside of it. You want to learn about triads. You want to learn about 4-string chords, like the bobby chords. You want to learn about I don't know, like a little bluegrassy stuff. You want to learn some real blues, like authentic blues. Yeah. You want to learn like those little tricks. Like, why does Jerry in U.S. Blues go? Like, how do you know that those licks were going to work instead of it being a tab? Oh, I read the tab. It's like 2 4 2 4. Bend to the 6 4. You're gonna sit there all day just trying to read, and listen to someone else's tab that they wrote out. And it could be right. It could be exactly what Jerry played, but you're still like, you're not letting yourself feel it. Okay. So what happens there is you go, well, this is A. Well, the A country scale has these notes inside of it, which you can learn in 2 minutes from me. And it's all movable. So when you're in there with A and you're like, improvise. Those little fills. It's all A major. Same thing with like, Sugar Mag, where they're like, yeah. It's all that second and fourth frets, It's all part of that A country scale. It all works. Deal. It's all built around this A country scale. You can add notes to the country scale. I could go on forever, but I'm not, because I can't. I actually have to go somewhere. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. I see I still have many people looking at me live right now. Great. Hey, what did Dead? Oh, there are some more things right now. Play a little bit of Scarlet Begonias if you would be so kind. Dead Dandelions is on the chat. Are you still there, Dead Dandelions? Give me a little thumbs up. Can you say, yep, I'm here. I just want to make sure you're still there. I don't know how long ago you posted that. Yeah, awesome. Oh, what, you guys want some Scarlet? Is that what you guys want? I do have to go somewhere, but let me before I go, watch this. I even throw some theory at you with Scarlet. Ready? And I'm going to play it my way. I'm not going to do all the perfect Jerry stuff, because you're going to be more satisfied if you just play the song. So I don't know all the words, but I'm just going to mess around. What's up? Braden, what's going on, man? So let's say that you have the B's the 5. Mixolydian key. There's some theory for you. I was walking off E to the B. The E was the 1. Then the E is the chord and back to the B. 4 to the 1, 5. A to the E. A to the E, B. A to the E. I'm a teacher. I'm always talking about what we're playing. Who wants to hear me sing? She had a ring on the finger, the bells on the shoes. Now looking up into the blues. How about different triads? Whatever, I just had a little jam in there. And I'm on an F sharp, B to the A to the E. F sharp, B to the A to the E. Ain't nothing wrong with the way she moves. See what's going on here? Little Bobby chord, ready? You got it, man. Do I have any videos on triads? Not here on YouTube. I have a whole entire section of it. I have a whole category of chords, and there's a whole video just on triads from me. It's like a 15-minute video. It gives you everything you ever need. Just click on the link in the description. Why not? Why not? What are you waiting for, man? No, seriously, I love meeting new students. Like, people are just like, hey, Mike, this is great. You know, and I used to only have a VIP club. I only had this one club, and it was I put all my time into it, and I still put most of my time into it because they're my VIP guys, right? But I now have a smaller appetizer option that doesn't take up too much of my time, but I provide so much. I've worked so hard to make sure that I'm providing more. I mean, new song every Monday, a new guitar lesson every Tuesday. I'm live every Monday night in the club. I mean, you get to see all that for like. I mean, my son's voice lesson every week is that I drive him a half hour to each way is a lot more money than to be in my club for a whole month. So I'm just saying, like, if you put it up there, and I'm a professional guitar teacher, I'm a college music director. I'm very much into education. I'm more of an educator than I am a performer. But I do perform. I perform thousands of gigs. I just got a text last night to be a Jerry in another Grateful Dead band that needed to hire somebody. So it happens. Anyway, you guys have a great rest of your day. You know, check the link below if you have any desire to attempt to study guitar with me. Okay, you can get started for free. Just click the link, and you're on your way. We'd love to hear from you. That's that. All right, guys. And I'm live Monday night. So why not join right now? Join the club now. Learn some things in there. See me Monday night, all right? And then you can still get out without paying a penny. Duh. Anyway, lots of people. Hey, Braden, thanks, man. Jerry's lost finger. Love that. Peace to you. Thanks, Dad. And you taught me Fire on the Mountain. Keep teaching. Oh, thanks, guys. Thank you very much. Look at all those great comments. I had something that was in front of it. That's why I couldn't see it. Thanks for the tips. That's all, Braden. And a few of you guys that were chatting with me. That's great. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend, guys. And I hope to see you on a live call. Link is in the description. Duh. I'm on school.com, SKOOL.com. Look me up, Grateful Mike. All right. See you there.